News across Africa in 3 minutes. Our first story takes us off to South Sudan, where officials on Wednesday announced that they will require all telecommunication companies to restrict access to social media for a minimum of 30 days. The decision comes after there has been a wide spreading of violent and brutal content illustrating the unaliving of South Sudanese individuals in neighboring Sudan. The National Communication Authorities had this to say about the matter. The ban will be lifted as soon as the situation stabilizes. The materials being shared violate our local laws and represents a serious risk to public safety and mental well-being. This situation clearly illustrates how when one thing happens to one of us, it in some way or another affects the rest of us. We are sending much prayers to those in South Sudan and Sudan itself. Our second story takes us off to Nigeria, where a fuel tanker explosion has resulted in the unaliving of dozens of individuals. This week, a tanker exploded after crashing, and it has caused the unaliving of 85 individuals, as authorities have stated. The BBC reports that these fuel tanker explosions are becoming more commonplace due to a poor state of roads and badly maintained vehicles. Now, you might be asking yourself why it is that individuals after these explosions were running to go and collect fuel. Well, the reason for this is because fuel prices have increased by more than 400% in the last 18 months, and this is due to the bold economic policies that have been introduced by the current President Bola. And one of these policies include the removal of long-standing fuel subsidies by the government. This decision has plummeted millions of more people into poverty, subjecting them to live under the poverty line and turn to desperate means for survival. If ever we needed to see the drastic measures that poor people will take to try and survive, this is a clear illustration of that. Our final story takes us to South Africa, where a national memorial was held for Black South Africans who passed on in World War II. The memorial that was held in Cape Town wanted to right a century-old wrong by recognizing the deaths of 1,772 predominantly Black non-combatants who passed on in Africa during World War II. This is the first phase of the Commonwealth War and Graves Commission, who are in the effort of remembering an estimated 100,000 Black Africans whose lives were lost on the Allied sides in the Great War. If ever we needed to know the significant contributions that Africa has been making, this serves as a great reminder of that. With